Hey guys, it's Elle and we're reading Belle. Chapter 1. The Big City. Emmy Johnson lived in a tall apartment building in a big city. She used to live in the country. The country was slow and quiet. The city was busy and loud. Emmy missed the country. Emmy also missed riding. In the country, she had a horse of her own. Her horse's name was Dancer, but her parents had to give Dancer away when they moved to the city. Emmy didn't like the city at all. One December day, Emmy and her parents were in a big park. There were lots of people in the park. Some rode bikes, some ran, some walked. Just then, Emmy's mom saw a stable. "Look, Emmy," she said. Chapter 2. Belle. The stable was called Central Stable. Emmy saw many horses in the barn. Some were big, some were small. Some were brown, some were black, some were gray, and some were golden. A woman came up to Emmy and her parents. "Hello, my name's Sally," she said. "What's your name?" "I'm Emmy," said Emmy. "Have you ever ridden before?" asked Sally. "Yes," said Emmy. "I used to ride my horse in the country. I miss her a lot." "I bet you do," said Sally. "Well, I teach riding here in the park. Take a look around and we'll set up some lessons." Emmy walked into the stable. She smelled the clean hay and listened to the soft nickering of the horses. Then Emmy saw a small chestnut horse in the small corner stall. She had a white blaze on her nose. She whined when Emmy came close. Sally walked up to Emmy. "This is Belle," said Sally. "She's an American quarter horse. You want to ride her?" "Yes, I'd like that," said Emmy. "Great," said Sally. "I'll see you soon." Chapter 3. Noise. The first lesson started after school 2 days later. Belle nickered happy when she saw Emmy, but Emmy felt sad. She missed Dancer. There was another girl in the lesson named Mary. She rode a Fomando quarter horse named Dixie. Sally took Mary and Emmy out to the park. They walked, they trotted. But Emmy was very nervous. She didn't like all the people. The loud noises and honking cars scared her. She pulled on Belle's reins to make her stop. Belle was confused. Sally rode next to Emmy. "You don't look too happy," said Sally. "Well, I'm just not used to the big city," said Emmy. "You can trust Belle," said Sally. "She's a great horse." Emmy tried to calm down. Just then, a fire engine drove by with its siren on. Emmy pulled the reins really hard. Belle tossed her head and Emmy let go of the reins in surprise. Then some people rode by, laughing loudly, but Belle just stood quietly and Emmy scrambled to pick up her reins. "I think we've had enough riding for one day," said Sally kindly. "Let's go back to the stable." For the next few lessons, Emmy was easily frightened. Sally tried to get Emmy to trust Belle more, but Emmy just didn't feel at home in the park. She held the reins too tightly and felt jumpy during the entire lesson. Chapter 4. Lost. It was getting much colder now, and the winter was in the air. The Saturday before Christmas, Sally took Mary and Emmy to ride along some new bridle paths. There were a lot of trees and almost no cars. It was quiet and still. "Let's ride here for a bit," Sally said. For the first time, Emmy started to feel relaxed. It was so quiet. She almost felt like it was her home in the country. She remembered how nice it was to ride. Then she stroked Belle's neck. Then a car honked its horn. Emmy started to get scared, but Belle just kept walking quietly. Little by little, Emmy relaxed. Sally looked back at Belle and Emmy. "You're riding much better now, Emmy," Sally said. "Let's try a little canter. There's a nice trail ahead. Stay with us and don't fall behind." Emmy and Belle picked up a canter. Emmy could see the tall buildings in the distance. She thought the city looked beautiful. She was so busy looking at the city that she didn't see where Sally and Mary went. When Emmy and Belle came to and around a bend, there was a fork in the path, and Sally and Mary were gone. Emmy didn't know which way to go. Belle pulled to the left. "No, Belle," said Emmy. "I think they went this way." She turned Belle to the right and clucked her tongue. They began to walk down the path. After a bit, Emmy looked around. "Where are we?" she asked Belle. There wasn't many people around, and it started to get dark. Where were Sally and Mary? Emmy began to cry. They were lost. Chapter 5. A Christmas Miracle. Then Emmy realized Belle was turning around. "Do you know the way?" she asked Belle. Belle walked slowly back through the woods. She seemed to know where she was going. At first, Emmy was a little scared, but Belle was not scared at all. Emmy began to relax. Soon, she heard a car horn. Then she saw the stable. "You did it," she told Belle. "You brought us back home." Just then, Sally hurried out of the stable with Emmy's parents. "Thank goodness you're back," said Sally. "We were getting worried, but I knew Belle could take care of you." "I'm so sorry, Sally," said Emmy. "I was having so much fun that I forgot to watch where you were going. Then I couldn't see you anymore. I picked the wrong path and got lost, but Belle brought us home." Belle nickered and nodded her head. Emmy gave her a hug. Then Emmy looked up. Snow was falling. The flakes were turning Belle all white. The city looked glittery and magical. "I think I might like it here after all," Emmy said to her parents. "That's wonderful," said Emmy's mom. "We have a surprise for you," said Emmy's dad. "We're giving Belle to you for Christmas." Emmy leaned over and hugged Belle again. "You're the best present I could ever have," she said.